Now, on Monday, David Cameron will tell the leaders of the world's wealthiest nations, the G8, that they must do more to tackle international tax evasion. Today, in advance of that summit, he took on the UK's very own offshore tax havens, some of which are not very far offshore at all. Representatives of Jersey and the Isle of Man were there to hear the Prime Minister's plea for transparency and cooperation alongside Bermuda and the Cayman Islands, as our political editor Gary Gibbon reports.
To mark the Queen's official birthday, trooping the colour. And the Camerons brought some special guests to watch. Political leaders from the Crown dependencies and overseas territories, the Cayman Islands, Gibraltar, Bermuda, Montserrat, Anguilla. They hate being called secretive tax havens, but that's how much of the world sees them. And David Cameron had to extract some sort of commitment to greater openness from them today before trying to get similar commitments from the G8 meeting he'll chair next week.
Each and every one of our overseas territories and Crown dependencies has agreed to sign up to the Multilateral Convention on Information Exchange. They've also agreed to exchange information automatically with the United Kingdom and to produce action plans on beneficial ownership. But I want to say I'm really grateful for your engagement on this whole issue.
But how much did the overseas territories commit to round the cabinet table today? And are they signed up to radical change in how they register companies and then share that information?
Can we say with certainty that Turks and Caicos and other overseas territories will have registries of companies telling us who the beneficial owners are, and when will we have those, and who will have access to them?
That's the Prime Minister's goal. End goal is that we would have this register where either the public or private access to it. We cannot say today that that will be a reality because there will be a lot of pushback in relation to persons who have beneficial ownership.
But all you've signed up to is an action plan.
Yes, to prepare for
possible implementation of possible principles, and that, you don't want to go any further than that.
We don't want to go any further than that.
Well, it doesn't sound like much necessarily going to happen then.
No, I believe some will happen because not all territories are as perfect as the Turks and Caicos Islands, like our beaches.
Every country involved in this process is looking nervously at the competition. Open up companies in your jurisdiction to scrutiny too quickly, and they might just leave your shores for a foot-dragging rival elsewhere. A lot of the organisations involved in campaigning for transparency on tax and ownership think the G8 might just be the beginning of something, but at its best, it will take years to get there. Tomorrow evening, David Cameron will arrive at this golf resort in Northern Ireland, ready to welcome leaders from the G8 here on Monday. The Syrian civil war and EU-US trade agreements are also on the agenda. Talks wind up Tuesday afternoon.